Feeling great. Thanks for asking. I can't complain. So, how about you, sir?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very awesome. Thank you so much for asking as well. So how has been everything?
Yeah, everything is on right track. I can't complain. Nowadays, I'm just suffering from typhoid. Still, I'm not feeling that much under the weather. So that's why I have started again taking classes, like session with people. So yeah, everything is fine.
Are you a YouTuber, ma'am?
Yes, sir. I'm a YouTuber as well. I just started my YouTube journey last 3 year, like 3 months, I can say.
Okay, last 3 months. So I would like you to have a little introduction of yours.
Of course, sir. So first of all, thank you so much for accepting my request because I was excited to have a session with you. Okay, so if I talk about my appellation, my name is Nishi Gupta. At present, I am talking to you from Punjab. At present, I'm a teacher. I teach in college. I'm a lecturer of English. Moreover, I am also providing a spoken classes to my students in the same college. If I shed light about my qualification, I'm a graduated in English literature. Along with that, I also appear IELTS. In IELTS, I overall got 6 bands. In my free time, generally I immerse myself to learn this language because I'm keen into learning this language. I want to be good at this language, and I also have affinity for dancing and singing. So this is about myself. So thanks for asking.
Wow, what a great introduction. Okay, I heard one
Thanks.
thing that you got 6 bands in IELTS.
Yes.
Okay, great. I know like above 5 bands, it is good a score in IELTS. I don't know much about it, but I think so. So, can you a little bit throw a light on this examination? How do you face this examination?
Of course. So without diving into this question, I would like to know about yourself because I am talking for the first time with you. So could you tell me about yourself more?
Yes, ma'am, of course. As you know, my name is Anand. I belong to Darbhanga, Bihar. As far as my educational background is concerned, I have done my MSc in chemistry. I run an institute, read and achieve classes. Apart from that, I am a content creator on YouTube. Since last 5 years now, I have been regular here and I have been making content, creating content for lots of learners, especially English learners. I have also other channels where I teach my subjects, and it is a channel which it belong to my institute. So there are whole bunch of teachers teaching there who are teaching there.
Okay,
If
that's
you talk
really
about
nice.
Yeah, if you talk about my hobbies, then I love to spend time in nature. I love to roam around. I love to visit new places whenever I have free time. I love to go out of the city. I venture out of the city and I enjoy my free time. So that's all about me. Do you have any
Oh, that's
specific question? Then you can ask me.
of course, sir. That's why I have started talking with you because I am really curious to know about your to know about your journey. Like, what made you to learn this language?
I think since my childhood, I have been passionate about learning this language, English. Because the value of English was paramount in these days too. Like when I was in seventh grade, I remember English was a big deal for us, and everybody wants to speak in English. And if somebody can speak in English, people look up to them. So I thought of improving my English, and I was associated with cricket match. So since my childhood, not since my childhood, I would say since 2011, I have been regularly watching cricket match. So I love to listen cricket commentary in English. So I thought of becoming like cricket commentator. If I could speak English like them, then how beautiful it would be. And that's how, I started changing this dream into reality. Like I started speaking little bit broken English with people around me, or I started practicing with myself, and that's how I started speaking English in 2020. During lockdown, I took online subscription of some of the platforms, and I practiced my English with native speakers too. And if you talk about my channel, then those videos are very popular one on my channel, in which I was talking with the native speakers.
Yes, yes, I have watched couple of your videos and they got viral. That's why I watched your video with Takir and I'm not able to pronounce his name properly. So then I requested him to share your link on my chat. Then I approached you.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
so
Thank you very
also
much
did
for
you
reaching out to me. Yeah, I'm very happy. I'm pleased to you. I'm pleased to meet you.
so did you complete your academic in your vernacular or in English medium?
I completed in vernacular. I mean, in Hindi medium. I uh, passed my intermediate, not only even high schooling in Hindi medium from Bihar board. Later on I switched to intermediate. Then I started learning all the subjects in English at once, because in 11th and 12th grade we prefer to learn in English, because my stream was science, so I had to learn everything in English. So I got lots of difficulties in 11th and 12th grade, but I worked hard on my English and eventually I overcame it.
Yeah, okay, that's true. We obviously we all face so many problems, but to be honest, I am feeling proud because in as young as you have created your own institute, you are teaching students, so though there you are imparting your knowledge, like among many students. So are like students connecting from out of India, like are you providing online classes or offline classes to them?
No, my institution is offline based institution. Like we had established in 2017, and since then we have been running it. But there are a few students, they are from outside of India as well. Like they are Indians, but they are living in abroad. For them, I'm running the online classes, but they are very private students, and like a few, just they are few in numbers, because uh, I charge. I should not reveal it, but I'm not giving online classes like general online classes. Specific persons who really want to speak in English, they are working somewhere in other countries, but they are struggling to speak in English. So for them I'm giving few of the online classes, weekly online classes. Apart from that, my all the classes are offline, because I'm very busy at my institute. I have to also take care of all the other stuffs of the coaching center, like handling of the schedule, and how the all the tutors will perform in the at the institute. So I have to take care of so many things.
Obviously, because you are responsible to look after everything, because you have started your institute, so students are depend on you. That's why. Okay,
Yeah,
so if you
I
want,
want to know more about you, ma'am. Like, you told me like you are teaching somewhere in the college as a
yes,
lecturer. Okay, since
I'm a,
have you have been doing it?
actually I started my job last month.
Hmm.
Earlier, I was teaching in a government school as a doctor teacher. I worked couple of months over there. After that, I started like pursuing my post graduation in English literature. Though I never told anybody. Due to some of my problems, I dropped out my college. After that, I got a job in school. And as I was hired as a doctor teacher, so I was like doing job temporary. Now recently I got a job in a college, though it was not a very large college. It is on a small level, I can say. Two courses are available, like a BA as well as PGDCA. Mostly students they are doing correspondence study, so uh, I just it is very convenient because it's just 10 minutes away from my school, like a house. So it is very convenient, and it has been 1 month, more than 1 month, I can say. I have been teaching over there.
Okay, what made you so passionate about English?
That's really fascinating question because just like others, I am also enthusiastic learner to learn this language. But when I started started learning this language, that time I didn't have any interest. It was my compulsion. As
Mhm.
in the starting I mentioned, I appeared IELTS, right? So that time somewhere my sister, not only my sister, my other members as well, they were pressurizing me that you have to clear this IELTS exam. And for that purpose, I also took IELTS classes, spoken classes as well. I invested my thousands, and later somewhere I found many people they are speaking this language, right? And the importance of this language is being increased by native speakers, because many people they are speaking not neither in India nor like everywhere of the world. So with this perspective I started learning this language. So later I started that I have to become a teacher. So
Mhm.
this also made me in like enthusiastic or keen like to learn this language. So it's in this way I started my journey, and I felt that somehow I have to be good at this language. I have to maintain my consistency because I have to teach students, and teaching is something which I really delight. I feel very delightful while teaching, and I love
Wow.
to speak in English because I watch some English videos as well. So, in order to watch those videos, movies, South movies especially, so I started learning this language earlier. But nowadays, I'm not watching any movie. Earlier, I had a little bit interest to watch movies in English. So for that purpose, also I learned. Like I had like a multiple reason to learn this language, but out of them, becoming a teacher that was on the top.
Wow. So you started learning English out of compulsion and later on it turned into your passion. Wow. Great journey. Mhm.
Hmm.
You told me you enjoy teaching. So
Yes,
what are things that um, you know make you enjoy in teaching?
lots of things which are like playing their role to make me happy while teaching. The first of all, as I have a subject of English, that is my favorite subject, right? So I love to teach. And secondly, my students they are quite interesting to learn spoken classes, like spoken English. They always ask me, ma'am, how can we start learning this language? So I encourage them. Do not focus only on textbook, right? So whatever the time you have, that is very precious. Today you may not understand the importance of this language. Once you finish your graduation or any like academic and you will face any interview, that time you understand the importance of this language. So while teaching and encouraging them, I also feel satisfied that yeah, I am imparting my knowledge, and my students are lovingly accept. They are accepting the way I am teaching. They love to talk to me in English sometimes. They also say that, ma'am, you always teach us in a great way that we never teach us. Like, to be honest, many schools like teachers, I am not criticizing, but teachers they don't teach tenses in a very deeply, right? So what I have told them, along with your textbooks I will provide you spoken classes. So whosoever is interested, I am free, because in college, you know, we teacher have a lots of lecture fees, right? Free. So in those lecture I convince my student to come and learn something from me. In this way you can learn and I can apart my knowledge. So this is the best reason being teacher, I can say, and I'm very happy to serving as a teacher in that college.
Wow, great. Yeah, I'm also a teacher, so I understand the joy of imparting the knowledge among people, among students. It is always pleasurable work, and teachers enjoys. Uh, so,
Yes.
tell me something
Okay.
more about, yeah,
Yes.
your
Would you like
background. Where you asked me a question, ma'am, like whether I was in vernacular medium or in English medium in school. I want to ask the same question to you. What was your background, educational background before 10th class?
To be frank with you, I completed my whole academic in my Punjabi medium, right? And though I had a subject, English literature compulsory, but they never taught in English. They just taught us Punjabi to English. So it was, I didn't get environment of English in my, neither in college nor in school. So I learned by myself. I watched a lot of videos, a lot of content in English. I consumed a lot of English, and I made my mind train to learn this language. To be honest, when I started my journey, it was hard not to understand because I was from Punjabi medium, so you can resonate a student who is from a vernacular medium and start journey in another language. It is not a cakewalk for that person, right? And I joined spoken classes, but those classes were futile. I didn't enjoy because they were teaching somewhere theoretically, but I wanted to learn this language practically.
Practically.
And they focused on more grammar rules. They told us you have to write this sentence, these grammar rules, these paragraphs, but they never forced us to speak a single word even. They never made us speak this language. Then I realized that theoretically is important. You must have a knowledge about grammar, structure, but about speaking, how can I do practice this language? Then I realized somewhere I have to create the environment at my house. I asked my friend, so I asked them, could you practice with me? Because we all were preparing for the same exams and we
Mhm.
were quite helpful to each other, so we started talking in English little bit because we all were from same medium, Punjabi medium, so it was difficult. But somehow we used to teach each other, we used to rectify each other's mistake. One of my friends, she was quite brilliant, so every time she noticed my mistake and I was grateful that yeah, she noticed. I was always grateful when someone notice my mistake, and rather than feeling offended, I appreciate. Of course, you notice, and I will improve that thing next time. Before I commit, I will improve that mistake. So I'm very happy that yeah, earlier that journey was seem very difficult, but now it seems to be very easy to learn this language, to speak this language. Initially,
Wow.
everything seems very difficult, to be honest. Once you get into the habit of doing or acting, bringing that things in action, so obviously that would be easy. It all
I'm
about
gl-
your mind. It's all about
yeah,
your
it's all
mindset.
about mindset. Yeah, once you make the mindset, yeah, you can conquer it. Just that. That's what. Okay, I'm happy. I'm glad that you have friends with whom you can practice English. Otherwise, there are some people when they speak in front of their friends, they start pulling their leg or they start mocking at them. So you don't have such friends. Okay, so you are lucky in this sense.
Mm. Because we all were preparing for the same exam, so we used to practice about
All were
speaking.
preparing for the IELTS.
Yeah, we all were preparing for the IELTS exam.
Okay. So had you given the online interview or had you visited any physical center?
I chose physical institute, I can say. It was my face-to-face interview. I just gave my exam. It has been 1.5 year.
1.5 years. Okay. I think it is one of the most famous exams in terms of spoken English. That is IELTS. Yeah, there are
Mm,
few
consider
others.
that it is quite prominent. It is quite prevalent in every city, I can say every state. Especially if I talk about in Punjab, many people
Mhm.
they are aspiring to clear this exam. They want to go out of India. That's why they do this exam.
That's
But
why,
now
yeah.
the trend has become very short now because people they don't have interest anymore. Why? Because some rules has been changed by the government of Canada, Australia, and USC. So that's why people are not doing IELTS so much as compared to the earlier. But earlier it was like after 12th they start preparing for the IELTS exam. But now they have set the regulation after graduation you are eligible.
Yeah, like I remember that most of the Punjabi people are in what is the name of the country? Canada,
Can
right?
it has become
So
mini Punjab at present.
yeah, in Punjab, you can say Canada. Like if we talk about the other parts of India, then there are less people from other parts of India, but most of the people are from Punjab. So what is connection between Canada and Punjab? Well, like you told me, everybody aspire to go to Canada. in Punjab after finishing their graduation? What is the reason behind it?
I don't know the main reason behind why mostly people from Punjab they visit to Canada. As far as I just heard the history and watched on my YouTube, years ago during the ancient time maybe people from the Punjab they used to go for work, right? Because that time Britisher needs people, and that time Punjab and Canada has a relation. That time Punjab and Canada has a relation in terms of business maybe. So that time earlier there was no IELTS exam, right? There was no IELTS exam and people visited without IELTS because people were not literate that time. Only British were literate, right? And later one people go, like one person went there and who like if you are married, that person got a like citizenship in a Canada, so that person can bring like back his family, like a brother, sister, cousin. So they started bringing their family like later, and in this way like people, lot of people they visited over there without clearing IELTS, and they got a citizenship of Canada. And the British they figured out that now many people they are coming here, and it would be not good for the Britisher, and because it would be a rush of Punjabis, then they set the IELTS exam over there, and whosoever clear this exam, then they will allow to come in this country, Canada. So since the IELTS exam set for those, if you and still people they are going illegally because some people they are not having a English knowledge, so they are craving to go out of India, especially for earning purpose, right? Because they are just looking the charm, the lifestyle of that
Mhm.
countries, but they are not knowing the dark side of that countries, that it is a lot of struggle over there, right? And but still people,
Yeah,
so in this
recently.
people now people of Canada, mostly Punjabis are living there. Punjabis
Yeah,
and Kerala peoples. These states
Kerala.
people are most of there in Canada.
Yeah, like recently we had lots of dispute around this, Punjabis
Yes.
who are living in Canada. Like there were row with Indian government regarding some other issues. I know a little
Hmm.
bit because I had
They
watched
announced
it
that
somewhere in the news.
Punjabis are Khalistani. They announced that Punjabis are Khalistani. So that's why somewhere it was the main court, like main root of that contention.
Okay, yeah.
Hmm.
So, do you have any other questions for me?
No, sir, I don't have any thing to ask you. So if you have, you can ask anything.
No, ma'am. Like, I think yes, I'll have to go now. So we need to wrap up this session, and we talked a lot now. It looks like we talked more than 25 minutes.
Yes, we have spoken around 23 minutes, and it's enough, I can say. So, before disconnecting, so I want to say again, thank you so much for giving me your 23 minutes. That is really precious time for me.
Thank you very much. Same here. It was really pleasure to have you with me here on our channel. So thank you very much.
I'm glad to talk to you. Have a nice evening and take care of yourself.
Same to you. Bye.
Bye bye.